Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I can hardly believe that I'm about to analyze Three Little Pigs. This feels like a trap. I recently read the fairy tale version to my 4-year-old, and it was much darker than I really recalled. But add to that, this song version features members from Tool. I just feel like we're in for a wild ride. So let's get to it.
Why don't you sit right back and I may tell you a tale of 3 little pigs and a big bad wolf. One day, he bought a guitar. He moved to Hollywood to become a star.
Oh my gosh. I like that we are pivoting to coming to Hollywood, which it was labeled as Jellywood, I think, at the beginning of the video. Let's talk about a few first impressions. Impression number 1, this is even wilder than I thought it was going to be. It's like, what's happening at times? Some cool claymation going on here. I was particularly impressed by, gosh, those pigs must do like great squats. Like, can we all agree? They're squatalicious. And this is so heavy without real. It's more like a grand speech rather than singing just yet. From what Bill, I think is his name, Bill Manspeaker. Ironic, considering he's, I guess, narrating. He's still a man. He's not really narrating the characters yet. Okay, back to the beginning. It's interesting that I can't tell what creature it is. This is the second time. I was hoping I would catch it. It just sounds like a monster. But at first I wondered if it was a pig sound that was dropped a few octaves. Right? How do you think they made this sound? It's like we layered like a burp in there. Or at least one of my burps. They're pretty awesome.
Why don't you sit right back and
His voice is edgy.
tell you
Like edgy, gritty, edgy.
a tale of 3 little pigs
With great enunciation.
bad wolves.
So this intro actually immediately reminded me of Black Sabbath. It has that sort of slow drive dread, right? I found that interesting. And I found that particularly interesting when you put that in context of his voice, which has a ton of drive and edginess, but it's an entirely different kind of drive and edge than we have from Ozzy Osbourne, who has like more like this pressed, very bright sound. His voice is instead got this super, it almost feels like it's like torn at the edges, right? And it's just got this crazy grit rasp to it, but a lot of power behind it and cut still. It's gnarly.
Well, the first little piggy, well, he was kind of hippie, spent most of his days just dreaming of the city.
Okay. I have feelings about claymation, you guys. It's very rare that I actually really like claymation. There have only been a couple videos and they were really, really super humorous. I'm not sure why that is. I recognize it as an extraordinary art form. It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to figure out why I don't personally love claymation. Can you tell me in live chat how you feel about claymation? I wonder, like, there is a piece of me, whenever I see claymation, I feel like I instantly am wondering how it feels to be a character. So, for example, when this piggy's chin is moving around, I almost feel like I have something under my skin that's moving around, and it kind of creeps me out. Like that. I don't know. Makes me feel weird.
And then one day, he bought a guitar. He moved to Hollywood to become a star.
I like the story.
On the farm, he knew nothing of the city. Built his house out of straw, what a pity. Then one day, jamming on some chords, along came the wolf, knocking on his door. Little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin chin. Little pig, let me in.
That was amazing. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is hearing Maynard James Keenan voice the pigs. I guess they're voicing, or he's voicing, I think, this pig when he does the high moment. Clearly another voice. I didn't expect it to be so high or operatic.
Little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Oh my gosh. Little pig.
By the hair of my chinny chin chin. Well, I'm huffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in.
Dude, it's terrifying. This riff is kind of cool. It reminds me a little bit of Iron Man, I think, in particular. But let's talk about this sort of really interesting like sound that our Wolfman Manspeaker, Bill Manspeaker, gets. He leans into essentially where the break in his voice is at one point to sound even more unhinged.
Well, I'm huffing, puffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing,
Is it here?
blow your house in. Huffing it up, puffing it up, blow your house in.
It was a little bit there. So I think I might not have hit the exact place here, but there are times when he's essentially going from a lower register to a higher register. And there's a place that we call a break in many voices where it feels like your voice might sort of like blip in and out. If you do a lot of singing, you're probably very familiar with this already. One of the main things as singers that we need to work on is often figuring out how to navigate around that break. If you're not sure at all what I'm talking about, you can just do a slide. I like to do it from low to high, but you can do it from high to low as well. Just go, ah, right there. I leaned into my break instead of trying to disguise it. And there's this shift essentially in which muscle group in your larynx is dominant. And when there's that shift, often we skip over a bunch of pitches. And so there's literally this like break in the sound. You can absolutely disguise that. You can disguise it so well that I won't know which register you're in, even though I'm like very, very sensitive and tuned in to that kind of thing. But another thing that somebody can do that's really cool is you can actually like build up a little more heft and a little more press into that break area and make it sound a little bit manic. So I'm gonna have this sort of almost like it feels like you're gonna yodel, but really you're leaning into the break of the voice so that it becomes rather chaotic with the creation of any pitch, and it feels a little bit kind of like everywhere.
Huffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, puffing it up, blow your house in.
Yeah, he's definitely playing with that there. The wagging tail. Interesting movement.
Well, he was kind of stoked and spent most of his days just a
I'm sorry.
second little pig.
Is that a piggy that's sunbathing? No, I think this is just a random sunbather. This movie is obsessed with butts.
Well, he was kind of stoked and spent most of his days just a ganja smoking.
Oh, there we are.
Popping in a popping down on Venice Beach.
in Venice Beach.
Money for religious.
Look at those bloodshot eyes. We all know what he's huffing and puffing.
Getting paid money for religious speech. Built his shelter from when he garbage picked. Mostly
From a garbage bin?
old cans and sticks. Then one day he was cranking up a Marley. Along came the wolf on his big bad Harley. Little pig, whack me in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Wait.
Bad Harley. Little pig, whack me in.
That's such an amazing voice. I would never in 100 years have guessed that was Maynard, you guys. I mean, he can do anything he wants to. It's just like, it's just so funny. Side note, I understand that Danny Carey is also playing the drums here, which I thought was really, really cool. Super cool. He's one of my favorite drummers of all time. He really made me think about drums in a totally different way the one time I saw him play live in Phoenix. So I definitely idolize Danny Carey. Let's go back though. Let's talk about a few things in here. I think it's so fascinating to hear how this fairy tale has been modernized, especially with Venice Beach. I lived in LA for a long time. So this particularly strikes notes with me where I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Venice Beach. Where you are told you really should be careful about going barefoot in that sand because you never know if you're going to step on a needle. So, how true that is? I'm not sure how true it is today. I don't live there anymore. But at one point when I did live there, I would never have gone barefoot. And then the fact that the pig's house is being made from like, garbage cans, I'm thinking about all the people I know that would dumpster dive. There's so many things in here that I think are interesting cultural tie-ins. Add to that, I am fascinated and becoming more and more fascinated actually by our Bill Manspeaker's vocal technique and how he's creating these distortions. I'll talk about that in a little bit though. Let's keep going.
Getting paid money for religious speech. Built his shelter from when he garbage picked. Mostly made up of old cans and sticks. Then one day he was cranking up a Marley. Along came the wolf on his big bad Harley. Little pig, whack me in.
Little. He's definitely breaking from the top to the bottom there.
Well, I'm huffing, I'll blow your house.
Oh.
Puffin', blow your house in. Puffin', blow your house in. Puffin' it up, blow your house in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna have to analyze those pitches. Keyboard's coming out, you guys. But while I'm doing that, I just want to mention I'm listening to these super, super harsh vocals that we're hearing in Bill Manspeaker's narration. And it's very interesting to me how they sound like they're frayed at the edge, right? But I'm not persuaded that this is really damaging. There are moments where I feel like, that's a little concerning. But most of the time, I don't feel like that at all. And that's because I've been doing a lot of research with Dr. Amanda Stark and the University of Utah, a bunch of famous professional singer-screamers, into how these sounds are created and how they can be created for, like 40 years and not damage a person's voice one smidge. So when I hear sounds like that, instead I'm thinking not how they're creating them maybe at the true vocal fold level, that like that level where there's a pitch that's created. I'm thinking about what the throat looks like above the true vocal folds. There are all of these supraglottic structures in the upper part of the larynx, like above this and in the back of your throat. All this stuff that squishes together and can make really crazy sounds like this. And I'm still, even though I've been doing this for a few years now, I'm really intensely looking down people's throats and watching videos back and back and back, I still feel a little a little eluded by what sound exactly or what structure exactly would be creating this kind of sound, because we've seen it created in so many different ways. And the idea of false chord and fry scream didn't really seem to have any clear trends so far. So when I hear this sound, I'm thinking to myself, where's his epiglottis? That's the biggest thing that would be changing my view. And also, are those arytenoids? Are those really close together? Are those pressing in? Probably. Let's check out the diminished chord. It's a high note for Maynard. So we're working off of a ton of diminished chords throughout this. A diminished chord it's made up. I'll use this one for example. This is made up of essentially two minor thirds stacked on top of each other, and when you do that, you get between the bottom pitch and the top pitch, essentially a diminished fifth or augmented fourth, depending on how you want to look at it. That's often considered what the devil's interval, I believe, is the nickname. It creates so much tension. And I don't think it's just chance that we're hearing this particular chord structure everywhere. And we're hearing multiple versions of that diminished chord in different areas. And that is because he is deliberately with the music trying to construct more and more tension and almost over dramatize, I would even say, all of this. This is basically the most intense chord. It's the most intense chord you can get. And if you add like extra half steps, it gets even tenser. So we're essentially dealing with very, very dreadful, dreadful chords. And a smoking animals. Oh, look at that. Pig Newton.
From Harvard College, built his house from his architect knowledge.
From his architect knowledge.
Hollywood Hills, daddy paid for the bills. Then one day came the old house master.
Yeah, this could be false folds. This could be upper constriction. Either could work. He's leaning into that break so hard. Just want to mention, I think it's hilarious that we have like a camera watching the wolf, right? Security cam. But when we flip back to the next view, it's from underneath. I was really hoping we'd have like the view of that security cam there. Architect knowledge equals pink house. Oh my gosh. Those are like those diminished chords there again, but it sounded so droopy. It's like sadness. Underwater-ish. Like, oh, that's nice of you to try.
Well, he hopped and he popped all that he could. And lo and behold, the little piggy's house.
I think it's hilarious also how the pig house looks like almost three heads stacked on top of each other.
It's made out of concrete. The little piggy shouted. The wolf just frowned as he pouted. So they called 911 like any piggy would. They sent out Rambo just as fast as they could.
What?
Face, I'm your worst nightmare.
Oh my gosh, seriously, Rambo like Sylvester Stallone is who they call? Ridiculous. I'm thinking, when was this created? This was released in 1993. They called 911. I think you have to say 911 these days because 9/11 is like the remembrance of those towers. Gosh, that's so imprinted on my brain. So when he said that, I was like, what? Excuse me? I was like, oh, this is pre 9/11. Gotcha.
Yo, your face. I'm your worst nightmare.
Even in the side of the mouth.
This is mine.
Oh my gosh. Was not expecting that. Oh, so violent. Even in Claymation. Also, it sounds like a piano's being hurt.
How the wolf fell dead as you can plainly see.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the
It's
end
so
of the story
dark.
for you and me. You still give a listen, you just may. Hear the big wolf and little piggy say, little pig, let me in. Little pig,
Oh my gosh. My mind is still reeling. I'm like, I just didn't expect it to go that absolutely awful, terrible. Do you ever feel like there's something bad in your mouth that you wish you could spit out, but it's just gonna stay there? It's like I smelled blue cheese and it won't ever go away.
wolf and little piggy say, little pig, let me in. Little pig, let me in. Well, I'm huffing.
It's very impressive, Maynard.
Huffing, blow your house in. Huffing.
Note, there's some really cool low vocals that are mixed very much to the side. That it adds a nice little layer in there that I can focus on and not be so distracted by the horrible whiff of blue cheese that I still hanging around.
Huffing, blow your house in. Huffing, blow your house in. Huffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in.
God.
Huffing it up, blow your house in.
Okay, so right here in his voice, in his vocals, this is a stage where I feel like, I get a little worried about the voice now. And there's a couple reasons for that. I think when you push into a break, you can do that momentarily and like be totally fine. But if you are riding that break hard and bringing a ton of volume into it, then I get worried about the sudden release and also the demands when that pressure isn't released. That's going to create a lot more collision force in the vocal folds, particularly with like if we have pitch like this. And I get a little more worried about the voice. And I'm like, is this going to be okay? Ooh.
And the moral of the story is that bands with no talent can easily amuse idiots with a stupid puppet show.
Oh my gosh. Actually, I feel like the moral of this story is actually that hire a couple of ridiculously good musicians from Tool, and it still is absolutely incredible. The retardando is awesome. I always appreciate it when we have the fluidity in the tempo.
Easily amuse idiots with a stupid puppet show.
Ooh, that was a good little squeal. Speaking of pig squeals, I have seen inside so many throats of people making pig squeals these days. That is a fascinating sound. We will be releasing some information about that research soon. I have a documentary series that's currently being edited, hoping to release it this fall. So keep your eye out for that. And in the meantime, if you want to see some more analysis, maybe even a little bit of research on harsh vocals like this, check out this playlist over here. May you fall more in love with music every day.